Okay, today is the 28th. Hope to get this out tonight. Actually, I have more stuff I want to talk about, but I forgot what the hell I wanted to talk about. But what I do know is I'm going to get a review for what I just did. Is I went to see the movie SISU.
There are many
Boom.
great neighborhoods in Henderson.
Hate when that happens. Yeah, so I've been wanting to see this since I saw the little trailers a few weeks ago. And I kind of already knew what sisu meant. Sisu, whatever. It's a Finnish word. It's kind of like, if I were to translate it, I don't speak Finnish. It's like grit or something like that. And it was pretty, I liked it. What I liked about it is it reminded me of a movie I absolutely love, Soldier with Kurt Russell. Dude never didn't speak throughout the movie, and he only spoke like one part. I will kill them, ma'am. And that's like the only thing he said throughout the entire damn movie. This was reminded me of Soldier because the only thing he said was at the very end, very large bills, please. They're easier to carry. So this movie is during World War II, after the Winter War, which happened like I think 39. Um, so in 44, I guess the Russians and the Finnish had a pact. So they, even after the Russians invaded the fuck out of Finland in the Winter War. By the way, that was their last equivalent to Ukraine. No, maybe their last equivalent may have been Afghanistan. But in the 40s or 30s, they had the Winter War, where they just kept sending troop after troop, and the Finnish just kept mowing them down. That's another story. Well, no, it's not, because this dude was in the movie, fought in the Winter War, and he killed like 300 Russians. So anyway, fast forward, dude's out. Oh, there's another little part to it. They got it like set up like watch a Tarantino movie where they have like chapter one, chapter two, and it's got a name to it. Yeah, they did that because when I saw that first part when it started, it was like chapter one, the gold. I'm like, this shit looks straight out of Tarantino. So whoever this director is, I guess he likes Tarantino. So anyway, dude finds this big ass streak of gold. Which, well, the only thing I'd say is like, I don't know, he probably couldn't have carried it, but he broke it up into chunks and shit. The thing was just huge. It's kind of like, have you ever been to the Gold Nugget in Las Vegas on Fremont Street? Yeah, it's like the gold nugget they have in there, which is supposed to be the largest single gold nugget ever extracted, which is like from Australia or some shit. Anyway, he's going on the way, and he runs across Nazi patrol, and they're like, but he didn't do shit to it. They didn't like mess with him. They were having a scorched earth policy where they were just like killing every damn body. But they're like, yeah, he's not the commander, which was an SS officer. Because I don't know SS rank very well. The only rank I know from World War II is Luftwaffe rank. Surprise, surprise, Air Force. Uh, so he gets to the next little group, which is probably why the officer said he's not going to survive. And they start like messing with him, get off his horse. Then they find gold, and then he kills all them motherfuckers with just a knife. And the first one, he just turns around. It's got like a big Bowie knife, kind of like Crocodile Dundee, and just stabs the guy straight through the head, all the way through. And he kills the rest of them. Then he keeps going, and the other patrol, which included a tank and everything. Oh, and also they had some, I don't know what the hell you're going to call them. In World War II, the Japanese had those comfort women. These were basically Finnish women that these Nazis were raping and shit. So they come back, and then the commander found he really wasn't. He was a lieutenant because I had to look the shit up. He was a lieutenant, SS, and it was like, no, I'm going after this because I want to, get that gold. Although he didn't know how much gold the guy had, but whatever. He wanted the gold. Oh no. He did find out here because they catch up with him, and he like takes off over a little hill and stuff, and the dude's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, well, why don't you chase him? Because over the hill was a minefield they had just planted. So anyway, his horse blows up, and they come up on him, and they see all the gold everywhere and how much it is, and he's like, gathering it all up, and his little second in command was getting ready to shoot the dude. And, no, his commander's like, nah, we'll wait till later. Then as soon as he finished gathering the gold, it's like, yeah, now he's got the gold, shoot his ass, and then he had a rock in his hand, like when he stood up, and he threw it at one of the mines, and it blew up, and it caused, like all the smoke and everything, so he was able to kind of get away. But anyway, one of the things that was left behind were his dog tags. They called him in, and they figured out who this dude was and how he had killed like 300 Russians. And the general told him to just turn back, don't worry about it. But nah, this dude wanted that gold. But he told second command's reason. It's like, hey, we're losing this war. When we get back, they're probably going to hang us. We can use this gold to set ourselves up. I'm going to just leave it at this was one hell of a good movie. I liked it. I can't wait for it to come. Hopefully, it'll get to some streaming service. I can see it again. The only thing I would say is if you saw Soldier or something like that, you're going to have a little bit of an issue because you got to watch the damn thing. Other than the Nazis, there's no real dialogue. Oh, by the way, he helps the women escape at some point because they're in the back of a truck where the guys would go in and rape them and shit. And one of the Nazis was talking to her, and she's like, "You don't know? We know who this guy is. You guys are all dead already." And right as she says that, takes out one of the dudes. Then guy's like, "What's happening?" Takes out the second dude. Anyway, she's trying to reach towards his gun. Guy climbs over. Remember, the truck is moving. And then he like sees all the women because he hadn't seen them before. He just picks up the gun and just like this. Take care of your shit. And he climbed out one of them. Then he killed the driver and then put the girl in there. Then I guess there must have been, this part don't make sense now I think about it. Because there was only the two guys back there. But yet the girls pulled up to the troop transport. And they, you know how like an army truck has the little tarp over the shit? They pulled up the chart and just tarp and killed all of those troops. Now, short time after that, old boy gets back there. And there was like those, the motorcycle with the sidecar thing, a little machine gun on it. Those guys pull up to him, and he has like his pickaxe. Because at some point I was going like, why the hell does he keep this pickaxe? Last about half the movie, you saw why, because he was using that thing like a mug. He just pointed at him like this with the pickaxe. Get my foot there. They just shit themselves and ran off. Threw their guns down and ran off. Although I don't know if they even survived because either I did not hear anything about 30 seconds later because he was beating the shit out of that second in command dude. And the ladies come out of the smoke all armed and shit and then take care of his ass. And all that, because I guess they really want to take care of him because when he's introduced, he's just finished raping one of them. So, in all honesty. I saw it in a empty theater. It was just me and one other person. So this is probably going to be the last weekend it's going to show. So I don't think people will get to the whole fact that, you know, all they are, you know, is no words. It's a movie. You know, the Nazis talking shit, but there's not much in there for words. But it's a damn good movie. About the only suspension of belief I had in the entire movie, I could have believed he had done everything he had done, except for the last part. There was a, when it was all done, it was just the commander who was a survivor. There was one other dude, but commander was probably like, I got this goal. Bam! Shoots the tank driver. So he gets on the plane with some other dude and, you know, trying to escape. But at some point, the plane crashes and he still walks out of the shit. I mean, like crash, like from 20,000 feet to hit the ground, straight down. That was just complete suspension of belief. And then, of course, from that, he goes to the bank with all his gold, and the only words he says, large bills, please. Whatever. And now remember what I want to talk about, because this is supposed to be a historical movie based upon kind of stuff that happened. The individual that they based this off of is supposed to have been true. These events probably weren't, but, you know, during the Winter War, yeah, because there were several, like, hardcore Finns. Like, there's this guy called the White Death. So, anyway, I do remember the second thing I was going to talk about. And it had to do with history, because of all this shit going on. Everybody all pissed off about the race swapping. And I don't give a shit about the Little Mermaid. But this whole shit about Cleopatra, how they made all the characters black. I mean, I would agree with the whole point is you shouldn't change historical characters. There's something fundamentally wrong with that. But see, here's the problem. The same people who are screaming about, you know, you're not supposed to change history and all this shit, are the same ones who made this shit up about critical race theory. There is no fucking critical race theory. That's shit people made up for political points. That's why it's like, okay, wait a minute. Or like in Florida, where you can't teach certain history because it makes the white kids feel bad about themselves because of what people did in the past. That's changing history. But changing that history is fine, but race swapping, which I still have an issue with, is not. All of a sudden, you fucking care about history, but you didn't fucking care about history when you can't teach about the civil rights movement, you can't teach about slavery, shit that actually happened. This world's just fucked up.